Right guys, cheeky day off work today. Had a rescheduled a client. So I thought, take the missus shopping for 2 minutes. Got myself some nice walking trousers. Take the dog for a walk. Get myself in Taffagucci HQ for a few hours. Finish the pipe work off. I think what I'm going to do is finish the pipe work, not glue it at all, so I can take it all off to paint the garage. I think that's a really good idea. And there she is, look, in a dry robe. What? She's such a freak. Yes. Here we are then, guys. So I've got about 2 or 3 hours in here now. And I would like to thank Joe from Koi Perspective sending me my winning Saki balance for winning the was it Young Champion on his digital koi show. Right then, so where was we? So like I said, I think what I'm going to do is, we've done all the pipe work. I'm going to leave it all there so I can, because imagine painting down there, it'd be a nightmare. So I'm going to leave it all there and I'm going to paint when it's all finished. I can take it all off and paint, it'd be lovely. So I'm going to work on this pipe work here. Might try to get that down today as well. Might try to get those brackets up, so I might pop to B&Q later and get some real thick bolts. Unless I have some here somewhere. I mean, I have got some. I think I need some better ones, to be honest, because there's quite a bit of weight on there. So I need to get like the anchor bolts. Now I can't get to the other side of that wall because my sister's garage is the other side, and I've got about 9 inches or 12 inches between them. There's no way I can get in there. So I'll have to drill in something hard to get in, not like that one, which goes straight through the wall, which is the ideal way to do it. But this is not sponsored. However, Yasmin bought it for me. I do like the taste, but it's so bad for you. Right. I think I may go for another pump there. I still haven't made up my mind whether I want to run this system off 2 pumps. I mean, I've got the 13,000 there, which I'd like 75% of it to really smash down that pond to effectively make this pond into a treadmill. You know, that would be the ideal scenario there. But then that's 2 pumps, so that's basically another big fork out for a pump, and then another running cost. The running cost is not that much of an issue because they're so efficient. So I really don't know what to do there. I mean, those pumps are, they're expensive, but they're good. So let me think about it. Right then, guys, I'm going to make a call. I've almost finished that pipe work, okay? But what I have got to do is I've got to clad this. So I think what I'm going to do is all the cladding's down the side of the house. So I think I might well start that. I mean, it's something really nice to do. It would be nice to get that cladding out the way because it's going to get damaged. It's matte black and I want it to be not damaged. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to clad everything properly, and then the 3-inch pipe that goes through there, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, when I move this out the way to paint everything, I'm going to measure this and I'm going to hole saw 3-inch through that, so I do still get that bit of strength of that wood going through, and actually it'll hold this really nice. It'll be the tidiest option, I think, and I can get it exactly bang on where I want. And then we can a mark where these goes perfect on the floor, and then I can actually maybe CT1 the bottom of these concrete blocks in just to make them proper, you know, sound and stuck there. The pipe work here I'm really happy with. I'm not quite sure whether I want to run another pump. I might, because I've got loads of 13,000 pumps. I got 3 13,000s and one 2100. I might get the smallest one in the range to run that. Bearing in mind, I'm not running it as a true shower. I'm not running it to to make it into a raging torrent. It's literally going to be made into a trickle tower. The only thing that's used for is a little bit of degassing, and that's going to happen with the water naturally falling through it. And also, the main property of that is to stabilize my KH with the cockle shells. Remember that, guys. So I want to turn that into a trickle shower, not a actual shower. And I haven't got one of the smallest pumps. I mean, it would be nice to see what it's like. I'd like to get a smaller pump on there. I'd like to have that little, you know, knowledge of how they all run. Another really cute thing as well is a lovely message off Donald Kerr this morning. I was at that, oh mate, sorry, it's been a long time coming, but it was great hanging out with you in the car. I enjoyed being a DJ and all that kind of stuff. We got on quite well, me and Donald. And he spent quite a lot of time with Ryan there, up in Cano and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, Lee, he goes, if you want a Shiro, just pay the shipping and you can have one. And I was like, that's cute. Mate, I'm not going to turn down a free gift from the legend Donald Kerr. Imagine doing that. That'd be really rude. So I'll reply to him later on to make it look like I'm not so keen. But I've seen his Shiros over in Japan, mate. They're absolutely amazing. He's a diamond. I'm going to try to get up to his actually at some point. He did say I could pop up and have a look at his ponds where he is. And that would be nice to do a little YouTube video up there, wouldn't it, with Donald. And I'll, yeah, he's a good lad. Oh, what an absolute bitch that is to move. It's like, it's actually quite heavy for what it is, and it's so flimsy. But look at that, a was black. So, I have got 2, 4, 6 sheets of that to do this. What I've also got is, I mean, these starting strips here, which I think I can use to start these and the corners. Well, that's what I've got them for anyway, so we'll see what happens and see what occurs. Around the bottom, I think I'm going to put some of the harder composite decking, just one strip all the way around the bottom. So it's probably hard, something like that, I don't know, we'll see. I have got the option for this actually. So I've got some, I don't know where they are now. Got a few pieces of this stuff. It's like quite hard plastic, which is shit for that amount. It's quite good. But anyway, so I might start this just a little higher than the bottom. We'll see what the plan is now. Might even work from the top there down and see where that comes to. Oh, that's coming to shape reasonably well. So what we've got is we've got this 90 degrees here, and I've got these. So they tuck into there, and then what I'll do is when I do this face, I mean it's really small, but it'll have to be done. What I'll do is I will, I guess, just, well, I'll basically just put it like that so it tacks together, you know. So that'd be cool. We've got another one there. There's a bit of a few strips I've got to waste there, but it is what it is, you know. And then I had a load of stainless steel screws left from the bottom drains that I don't use. So I haven't got any poly caps. So I'll just put those on there for now, and then I can take those out and replace them with poly caps when I get them. I have to order some. I did order some with these, but they didn't come. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, as you can see, put this around the window like that, so it ties in nice. There we are then, guys. So I've got one more piece, but I've got to rip it down to fit up there. That's cool. But yeah, not too bad. I've got a little bit now to cut to go through there. It should just clear that. And then I'm going to start on this side, but I'll just work up from the bottom. I mean, I've got to rip a bit down there as well. Might as well do the whole lot, haven't I? But as you can see, this is going to be insulated. And then I will board this and paint it black. And that is going to be fully shelved up. There's going to be a couple of shelves across there for my boxes and all that kind of stuff to keep them dry. And yeah, we'll go from there. I mean, that's a lovely little office, isn't it? Hello, Sheila. Yasmin's just made me sort of like a Christmas toasty and a cup of coffee. She must want something. Bit cold in here. Getting there though, isn't it? Just doing this gable side now. Filling in these small bits down here, trying to cut them really neat or going all the way up. and then gonna go and pick up Wolf. Cup of bloody tea. Here we are, just picked up Wolf from school, and oh, just before I went, I finished this. So, I mean, it's dusty, but I do like those little stainless steel screws. I've got a load more. They were for like the bottom drains and bits and bobs like that and they're stainless steel, so they're worth keeping. I've got a couple of more screws to go up on there. But as you can see, that is not too bad. I mean, yeah, it's starting to look like a little office. And obviously the roof then will butt up to that. In here, I'm going to put some OSB board and paint it black. I mean, the OSB board's pretty good. It's got some sort of like properties of, I'm going to put another bit of timber up there because that's a bit of a wide void, and a little bit of timber in the centre there, I think. But, I mean, that's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. And I've got 2 full pieces, well, almost full pieces left, which will almost do that little void in there. So, I mean, I don't think I'm crazy enough to try to put it up there today. Or shall I, just to get rid of them? I mean, I could, couldn't I? Yeah. Coming to think about it, I need to order some poly tops. Because I think the poly tops are going to be the best things to go up there. So they're next day in Screwfix, so I'll order a shitload of those. I'll have to put these tidy over there for now. So I might give this a little bit of a clean up now, guys, because I hate it when it's messy here. It does my nut in. I need to order some bolts as well to go through that brackets for the wall. And some poly tops. I think that will suffice then. I think that will be quite tidy for me to crack on with some other stuff. Great. Oh, don't you love a good cleanup? It just makes everything better, guys. Now then. I'm getting really excited now. I'll have to wash out now. Snob trail on that. Right, I'm getting really excited now, guys. Like, super excited because it is actually really taking shape. I think maybe this afternoon I might go and pick up some OSB boards. No, I'll do that in one evening. I got some. Let me spin you around. I'm super happy with what's going on now. I've just given it a good clean, and it really, I mean, yeah, it opens a space up. Right, so here we go. This is the office. So the office is looking pretty good. I want to get like a little corner trim to go on there, to be honest. This is looking pretty good. This just needs OSB board on it, all painted black, all shelves in here, so I can really maximize this dry space. My mate Aaron from Umbercoy actually works for Sky and installs internets and all that kind of stuff. He's actually going to make me up a Wi-Fi, an internet lead basically, that will go from the front of my house all the way down and then get pinned onto the new cable that's going to come in here, the 16mm cable, which my mate Mark gave me. And I don't forget people, so Mark's going to have a lovely treat at some point in the new year. That's another slug trail, and that's another one. And that's going to be an amazing little office, isn't it? But as you can see, now you can see the Awaz wall blackness all coming in. So this is going to be amazing. Look, I've cleaned this. That looks absolutely fantastic there. We've got to trim this off, haven't we? Remember, trim this off to put the UVs on. We've just stored that there out the way now because that is going to be utilised for this. So I reckon I've got enough now at least to clad this little section here, maybe a little bit more. So the problem I've got is this comes in 5-metre strips, but it's just off. So I mean, I'll have to do what I can with that to see what's the best way to do things. But this is looking awesome. These are going to go up to my studio because these are going to get a really nice clean. All the tools are going to come out. I'm going to clean all the tools. That'll go. So my new studio has got all of these boxes that we use to work on. But these will be cleaned and I'll put these at the back and it'll just look nice. Maybe we'll put a tea and coffee machine here. It'll look cool. But discreetly inside, it's going to be all my snap-on tools. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Look, imagine with those gone, how much room I've got in here for photographs, boxing up fish. talking to people, having a little get together. But I think that's all I'm going to do tonight. I do need to talk to my mate from Aqua Aeration Systems, because I've got to work out where I want to put the manifolds for the air. So I've got two Awaz air pumps like this. I want to get another small one. So I want one to sit here. Now I don't know where I want to put the pumps. Do I want to put, I'm thinking about putting brackets on these. So I've got the control system and the pump all on one side on every system. So I'm not quite sure yet what to do with what, but when we get a bit further on, come off. When we get a little bit further on, I'll get a clearer vision what's going to go on. Am I going to get another pump for this? I don't really know. All I can think is, with this pump hammering flat out down there, that is going to create such a treadmill for the koi. I mean, it's going to be really good for their bodies, and that's the whole idea of this garage. Is I'm not interested in volume. I mean, I know this is what everyone says, I just want the best koi. Some koi fall apart, it is what it is, but this for me is not a money-making venture. It's literally, I just want to produce the best koi I can with the best bodies. I mean, to give people an amazing chance at the koi shows. That's my thing. That's what I want to do. I've had a great time doing the koi shows. I'm not doing any koi shows next year. I'll attend every single one, don't get me wrong, but I'm not actually going to compete in them, if that makes sense, as a hobbyist. So this is pushing on closer and closer and closer now. Soon, once everything's complete, I'll get the council down to give me the tick in the box for my little pet shop license. I've got all the paperwork ready. I just need them to come down. Now, I can't let them come down and go, I probably could go, this is that, that's that, that's that, and this is my big pond. But I'd rather do it correctly and get this all correctly done, all fitted, so when they walk in, they can go, shit the bed. And I go, well, yeah, I did try. You know, it's going to be good. But these windows, when they're painted black, are going to look amazing. The ceiling's going to be black. It's just, hopefully, an amazing place. Just to invite people down and just have a super cool time. Yeah, I do really like the tiles down that side. So I might even get a couple of tiles and just tile, like, just the bottom ribbon there, just to match up the back tiles. I mean, I wouldn't need a lot. And I mean, it's just good fun. I just want to get it so I can fucking jet wash everything down. Everything in this place needs to be 100% waterproof. I mean, apart from the ceiling, that's not a massive problem. But I do want to be able to jet wash, Virkon the whole lot out. Every time we get new fish in here, you know. Oh, that's just looking so nice now, look at that. Imagine with the backy shower there now. Little smart system. These are going to go black. We'll have a little stainless steel stripe down there. And we've got this. I mean, it looks dusty and bogging at the moment, but I mean, you know, we'll get a little kick rail down here so it doesn't get damaged when I'm sweeping and stuff like that. And then what we're going to do on the floor, I don't know yet. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do on the floor. I have got a good idea what I want to do, but we shall see. We shall see. And if I do the floor, then the drums will have to go out to fit the floor, and then these will go back in and sat on top of it. So yeah, we'll see. Not quite sure. That's enough for this day. It's not enough for this video because there's only about 15 minutes footage, I think. But back on the train now, guys. So this should push ahead. I need to get some more of this, work out exactly how much of this I need to do the ceiling. Polytops, we need to get some anchors for the new backy shower to go that side, backy / trickle tower. And then there's a great thing online, one of my subscribers told me, and I actually do know about it because I've used it before. It's called Cut My plastic, metal, whatever. So I'm thinking about getting Perspex jump guards. Easy to come in and out. They're quite robust. Yes, they scratch, but it is where it is. But I am still considering possibly using 10mm polycarb. I think logically that's the best thing to use because it's got a bit of flex, still need to deflect fish off, easy to move back and forth. I mean, it's very cheap, very readily available from B&Q, etc. So that might be an option, but we'll see. I don't really know. All I know is I'm super excited. Oh, I've got to get some lights. So my mate Seabay from the Koi page over in Holland, he's got a customer that does the right spectrum of light. I don't think they're that cheap, to be honest. I think they're about, well, I think they're about 300-400 quid each. But I need one for this, I need one for that. I was going to put a skylight in, but the results that Seabay's been having with all his clients, because he actually supplies most of the GCs and the fishers really well in Holland. I mean, he keeps the fish there and looks after them for his clients, and they're absolutely mint. The benny on them is so good. And I think they're soft start and soft low down, so I think you can tune them to go on and off, but they're slow on and slow off, like sunrise and sundown. Sunrise and sundown, you know what I mean? Instead of just going boom. So I think that might be the option. And if I do, what I'll do is I'll just hang it in the centre of the pond in front of the backy showers. They look pretty nice as well, actually. I think they're about 4 foot aluminium construction. They come down on a chain. They will look mint there. I mean, it's definitely not going to be an eyesore. They do look the part. Yeah, next thing I think we've got to get that down. Oh, yes! Another cheeky Monday in Taffagucci. Right, I'm so chuffed with that. If you can remember, I done that a few days ago. That's looking... Oh, I've got the polytops, actually. Yes! So we've actually got an order of polytops in there. What else have I got? I've got some wall anchors to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this off today. Then what I'm thinking about doing is drinking a... Oh, what did Seabay call this? A chemical coffee. I love the Dutch. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to start playing around with, wait for it, the stainless steel pipework. So I've got enough to do a couple of bends to try to get it into the centre of that, which is what I'll probably do. So we'll have a little look around, get me my welder's there, so I'll start tack welding some stuff. First thing I'm going to do though is get that off. It's going to be a pain in the ass doing it on my own, but I'm going to get that off, grind the bolts out, because I don't think the bolts are going to come out because they've actually rusted into the wall. Do you know what I mean? They get like proper anchored, don't they? And then, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do to start with. Right, let's get going. Oh, actually, had a lovely conversation with North Fine Nets today. Look at that beard coming. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some... They do a new thing now, it's awesome, where they... it's like a nice border of sort of like, oh, I don't know, PVC material with a net. So I'm going to get nets to go on the top of this, on the top of that. And I'm going to get one to dissect the centre of this pond, which is going to be on a frame. That's going to be more apparent when I start doing the fiberglass in. Another first from Taffagucci. Right, so yeah, let's get this going now. Put the camera down for a minute and get that going. Ali G's in the house. Right, that's off. Bit of a pain in the ass to get off. Shotgun cabinet off. Yes, I did used to shoot shotgun. Love a bit of clay shooting. Right, okay, so let's measure up now for the stainless steel jump guards. I mean, bloody stainless steel backy shower brackets. So I've got these bad boys to hold them on, proper nice little anchors. And then we've got some poly tops. I didn't realise these come in such small boxes, so I'm probably going to need a fair few more of these to do the old roof. Oh, anyway, I tell you what I have come across though, guys, on Pond Planet. Little shout out to them, bless them. So these are the ones that goes onto the pumps there. And I've worked out that if I grind this thread off, it's a perfect fit for the unions. So then I've got a nice mechanical screw thread that goes onto the pumps. I could only find those on there though, but theoretically I should have another few of those in my little stash somewhere, because I've got these come, I think the pumps come with at least one each, and I've got 3 of those pumps now, or 4 of them. So I should have enough to do all the pumps in here. Anyway, guys, if you have got any of these hanging around and you don't want them, I'd love to buy them off you. Please message me on Facebook. It would be much appreciated.
What hoodie is that?
What have you got?
A coffee for you.
What's on it?
Bit like a ninja. Taffagucci Nishinakoi.
Cheers, mate.
Not your mate.
What do you think? Would you look? You haven't even come in here. This is. Do you know what?
Easy.
Do you not appreciate this?
Wow, when did you do that?
Exactly.
Oh,
What
that's
the
really
fuck?
cool.
I don't get no
Is
gratification
this
from
where you're
you.
going to be all the time, though?
What?
Have you got Wi-Fi in there?
There will be.
Are you moving out?
I will be.
It's lovely, babe.
It's
Love your
cool,
new
isn't
place.
it?
Yeah.
Watch your head. Watch your head in the window.
Oh.
Right, go on then. Piss off. I love you.
you.
You got dust all over you. Sorry.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, a little bit. Bye.
Oh.
Women don't appreciate what men do they? Right, what I've done is I have mounted these on. Now remember, these are a slight angle. I made the mistake there. Can you see the little bit of an angle there? Okay, I could work it out. Oh, mate. I could work it out, but what I'm going to do is I put the 2 bolts in there, look. Bosh, bosh, and they are solid. And then I've zip tied the other bolts to that so I don't bloody lose them. So what I'm going to do is when I do, eventually, probably this week, probably Wednesday actually, I'm going to replace 2 of the little showers with one of the big ones that is standing right there. You can see the grid. And then we can put the 2 up there, give them a clean and put the 2 up there. And then that's that complete. But what I'm going to work on now is the actual stainless steel pipe that's going to go up there. So I'm going to move some of that pipe work there now. And double-handed everything in here. And work on those a little bit. Get some tacking on the go and see if I can go do some posh bends and stuff. I don't know. Has to be done. So let's do it. Right, I have got 3 of these to play with. 2-inch stainless steel pipework. Now, if you look at that, you can obviously see this is, I know what they use as barriers on the streets and all that kind of stuff. Now, I acquired these through a friend who is a scrap dealer. Of all things, the guy is a living genius. So we have a great stainless steel bar there, which I'm definitely going to utilise for something. But we've got these beautiful radial bends, which is the true gold. So what I'm going to do is, if you can imagine, this is one bend, which is going to come up here. Now, let's just work things out. So what I've got to do is I've got to cut one here and maybe use this bend then to come across. I'll have to see what we can do. But what I'd like to try to achieve is come off here, put the bend this way, and then maybe put the bend in that way. So maybe a 90 and a 90. That would probably be the best way to do it, wouldn't it? So this one should do that. And then what I'll do with this then, when I get the dimensions of where it's going to sit, is I'll grind long strips on here to produce the trickle tower thing. I'm not quite sure yet, or maybe I'll just put a 3-inch back each. I've got some 3-inch pipe there, I think, and stuff. So I might do that. Actually, it might be a bit easier, and then we can save the good stainless steel then for other little projects. But yeah, so this should do that. I've got another one then to do that, and then I've got another one to do the one in there, which should work out reasonably well. So let's do some math and get the chopping saw out, and we'll see what we can achieve. Never get left alone. Phil Norton and bloody John Rodway. Anyway, right, so unfortunately, that stainless steel pipe, I mean, the ID is good, but the OD diameter, the outside diameter, is a bit too small for all the fittings and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So I'm going to keep that to make a really nice manifold for up the top one. So that's not going to be wasted, but that is there, ready to be used for something else. But what I've done is, I've done all the pipe work now in the 2-inch waste pipe, which looks good anyway. Here we are, this is what we've got. So I'm going to put a union here, The reason I'm putting a union here is because it's just easy to take everything off. It'll all come off in a wanna. We've got a 90, a 45, which takes us straight in the middle of this backy shower here. And then that then will go on to a 3-inch spray bar, I guess. I am tempted to get the tops for this. I mean, it'll hold it in nice and tidy. So I probably will invest in the tops on those. What I am going to do, though, in a minute is get some screws in there and hold this in really nice and tight there. And also, I've done this one as well, guys. So all the same, apart from this is like a smaller shower. Nothing's solvent welded in. But what I am going to do is, because this comes out a little bit, I'm going to put a couple of screws in there in a minute and just hold that in the center like that. Just push it across. Just to hold that, put a couple of screws and then maybe just hold it in with a bit of wire or something like that for now, so I can ready for fiberglass and in here. Bloody gorgeous. Right, so I mean, I need now, because I've used the unions for this, I do need now to work out what pipework I do need to get the extra unions. I do have to work on this pipework, however. Let's move this feed out of the way. Put it over here, look out the way. Right, what we do need to do is, so I've cut that pipe, but it's not going to work as well as I want it to. So this pipework is all sorted out. I do need to cut this off, attach that actually. That needs a spacer on it to attach it. I can't really do it when these are here. So I do need a mate to help me move these to do this. Also, let's get in there. So what we got here? So we have to redo this as well, because remember, guys, these are all the wrong bloody sizes now. So this will have to come back out, this unit, and I have to work out how to get this one in. So I'll have to probably take this off and probably take all of this off and make this unit again out of this stuff. I'll do exactly the same as that here, but this will have to come, point towards me 90 degrees and go into this inlet here. And then that will allow, or that inlet there, whichever one I want it to go into, and then work out the thing. But this one just runs that pond, which is not an issue. Oh no, I got stuck. It's a little bit tight in there, guys. Yeah, so that's done. This just needs to be cut off. We need to put the Awaz unit, the same as that one, on here, and then get a little thing there, but it's hard to get in here to bloody do all of this. Right, still cracking on with the pipe work, guys. I've orientated this way now, so don't look at the block work, it's just roughly done there, because it's the most efficient way to do it. So I can get the outlet going down here, cut across the wall, all the way across to the heaters in the corner there. Then we have got the waste here, which will be reduced to a 3-inch, like one of these here. And then that 3-inch will drop, this one will drop straight down, track across the bottom of this floor. This 3-inch then will drop straight down, tee into that, and then they'll go straight into the waste hole there. So that's perfect. The water in, this means I don't even have to change this. That's amazing. So we're going to get some new connectors because these are pretty thin. So we need a connector here. Then we've got some 45s. And then it goes straight into the inlet here, which is, I mean, it's a dog leg, but it's not that much. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. That means we can put the UV in here. We can put the UV in here. This is all connected. This just needs to be turned around and connected into that. I mean, this is even more accessible for me to get in now. That needs to be blanked off. We've got, yeah, that's great. So that's that done. That's this one pretty much done. Apart from this, I'm still working out whether I want to put its own power supply to the shower. I think I will, to be honest. I think I will. So in that case, that this pipe work here is done. I just need 2 more unions because I've used the unions for that. So, and then this is easy. This is just another pump which gets sat on another one of those little stainless steel brackets which I've contracted, and then that will pump, and then that will just be straight into there with a slide valve, which will be, oh, that's super simple pipe work, I mean, we've done this pipe work here, that which is awesome. I love it. I want to hold this on tight. So what I want to do is actually put a couple of screws on there to secure that. That's imminently going to happen. We've got all of this pipe work. We just need the 3-inch just to cut through here, but I'm going to core drill that, and that'll go straight up to the pipe work there, the waste. We've got the 3-inch outlet there. I mean, it's all done. I think, guys, to be honest, the next thing that I'm probably going to be doing is fiberglassing now, I'll be honest with you. So I might consider that at some point very soon. So what I may well do is take all of these boxes out, stack them really, really tidy in here out of the way, and then, I mean, we are ready for fiberglass, aren't we? Just need to clean up some of these corners just to make them perfect. Like, you can just see a little bit of random stuff that I need to do there. Once then the fiberglassing is done, then I can get the bull nose tops to go on these. I mean, then I think I might well paint it. Then I think I'm going to put the roof on. Work out what I want to do with the floor. However, the floor is really good as it is. I might just literally paint it. I'm not quite sure yet. And just the final touches. Got to get that cable run down. Slightly thicker cable for the old garage setup. However, not madly in a rush for that, because I do intend running these ponds ambiently temperatured for a little while to make sure everything works and it just runs and nothing happens to the pipe work. Might run it for a couple of weeks, ignore it, and then might introduce heat on the backup heaters, the little hot tub ones, cloverleaf ones, whatever you want to call them. Then I might well fork out for the Proline heaters, which just drop inside and they get mounted to the wall, so I'm not really worried about that. Lights, I mean, it's just little things now. Fiberglassing is the next big thing we got to do. Yeah, and count up, you know, some more pipe work. I mean, I don't really want to, I mean, these are, I got loads of older ones, you know, little shitty ones like that. I mean, which will get you out the shit if you need to use them short term, until you get a little delivery. But I need to definitely make a little order for those. I think I'm going to mess around now with my UVs. See if I can get that pipe now. Yeah, we're getting there. That'll do it then, guys. Just a couple of screws in there, just to hold the pipe solid for when I actually do end up fiberglassing. So that one's in there nice as well, let's see. So they don't move. So that should be good. I will fiberglass around the top of that as well, just to keep that nice and rigid. There we are then, guys. So just put in my pretty much last little pipe order to Lee at West Midlands Koi. Fair dues to him, mate. There, he's brilliant. Like, I've got to say, like, West Midlands Koi. Lee's such a nice guy. Just send him a little screenshot of what I want, and it just comes in the post. And then, yeah, he just gives me a bill for it. Bless him. I don't know why he's helping me so much, but he is a scholar and a gentleman. Yeah, that's it. So I think what I'm going to do now is measure up, see how many boards I need for this. Might well then, because I might go through some of this pipe work now, these boxes, clean it up a little bit, put all these boxes, stack them there. Let's see what it looks like when this is all empty, and then I can actually get a really good measure on. And the rest is history, I guess. Is that an expression? Just had a lovely bacon sandwich, made a lovely nice fresh cup of tea. It's a bit cold in here. So we're going through a cold snap at the moment in the UK, isn't it? And to be honest, this is ready to fiberglass now. So what I'm going to do, I think I may well have half day working on Wednesday. I think it depends. I've got a bit of a gap in the diary. And if that's the case, what I am going to do is measure up this so I know exactly how many boards I need and go and get some boards to insulate the pond so it is all ready to rock and roll. But what I'm going to do from now until I pick up Wolf from school with Yazzie, we're going to go for a little bit of a shopping trip around our local industrial estate. We're after a new bin for the kitchen, for the bathroom. So I'm going to go through all these boxes now. I've got a load of spare boxes here, and I'm going to put all the 2-inch pipe fittings. I mean, I don't know what I've got, so I'm going to go through everything now, get everything tidy, stack everything right by there, because that there is not going to embugger me at all when I'm fiberglassing. Super excited. Let's get some sorting out and tidying up done. Whew, right, there we are then, guys. I've found loads of stuff. I've just ordered stuff and I've actually found stuff that I didn't need to order, but isn't that always the way? Right, so really good tidy up, and I know exactly where everything is now. So almost finished, just got these little bits left. Actually, that's rubbish. There, this box is. Almost there, guys. Pretty much got everything out of here, and everything is super tidy over there, like I just said. So we have got, literally is super tidy. So I've got pressure pipe fittings, waste pipe fittings. These are all rubber connectors with all of like the Jubilee clips. That's all like the spare pressure pipes. These are my tool. Oh no, actually those are spare bits and bobs. And then I've got 2 tools, and I've got just bits and bobs, you know, all the solvents and all that kind of stuff. So we are almost ready to fiberglass. I've got to go and pick up Wolf from school now with Yazzie and do a little tiny bit of shopping. And then I may well come down here and just finish this off, just so I can measure up and see what we need. But if this is the end of the video, I'll see you on the next one. If I do manage to get down here for half an hour later on, I'll see you in about 10 minutes. So then guys, looks like I did pop down here for half hour to finish what I started. So we have got an absolutely pristine 2,000 gallon pond here. We've got a lovely one over there. I've sorted out every fitting I've got there. I know exactly what I've got, down to the exact amount of O-rings. Okay, so that's all there. A couple of boxes full of tools, just wanted to put things away. So now what I can do is crack on and measure how many boards I need for this. So remember, I'm not going to insulate the floor. The floor is going to get, once I've done the 25mm king span on the walls, I will get treated sort of like triangular posts, and I normally 45 degree them here, and they get screwed straight in with the big screws that just bites into the concrete, whatever it's called. That really holds the corners in, absolutely gorgeous. I normally do the bottom, but I'm not going to in this case, because when I've got my seine net out, trying to seine net these fish out to sort them all out, the seine net will hit the 45 degrees and pull out, and there'll be a massive gap there for the fish to get through. So in this instance, we're not doing a seine net, you know, so this pipe work will just be flush with it. And like I said, what I'm going to do is exactly in line with this. I'm going to put the 25mm king span, leave a gap. I've got some 2-inch spare pressure pipe, which I'm not going to use, or even maybe actually I've got quite a lot of waste pipe. So I'm going to rip it down just so it's like a half moon shape. That will fit inside, so the 2-inch will fit inside. Then a 1.5-inch pressure pipe, by the time I've fiberglassed out into it, I'll have a little crevice in there. And then when I make basically I'm going to make a pressure pipe section to go in here that will actually then just slot in to those gaps that will hold. So if I ever wanted to have this as a 1,000 gallon, and this is a 1,000 gallon, cut straight across that drain there, so all the waste can still get in. That's what I can do. So I think it's quite a good idea. I did contemplate putting it this way, but that's a bit too far. So I think just this way is the easiest. Gets a bit of both worlds then, you know, a little, you know, that's the idea anyway. But we are sure enough getting there. Absolutely fantastic. Got all the pipeworks on order, like I said. I'm not really worried about the pipeworks now because all of this now is ready to get fiberglassed. So I might well fiberglass. I'll fiberglass this, put all this stuff back inside really delicately then, and then we can spray all the walls again, complete all the pipework. This cladding is going to get all done on the walls. Phone my mate up Seabay in Holland, get a grow light for here, a grow light for there. I need a Proline heater for that, a Proline heater for that. I've got a heater for the other pond, that's just in there anyway. These come off the wall here. I've got brand new Awaz ones to go in here. So it's a full, real nice setup. I'm really looking forward to it. And the floor then, obviously, once I finish doing the insulation, I'll grab a load of really good, you know, like a 2-part self-leveling. So we'll self-level this then, put a big dollop in here and roller it all the way down. And we'll do the same in that pond over there. And then we can work out exactly where this insulation comes to on here. And then fiberglass, do a load of, I'm going to do a lot of matting in there. I'm going to do quite a few strips in there, so it's really thick and really solid. And then as soon as I know the exact measurement there, I am going to even get the bullnose decking boards to go on here, which should fit on perfectly. They should have about 1 inch overlap on each side, I reckon. And they will be black composite. And then I can work out exactly how high these are and where the exact center will be. And then that is time to order these windows. The turnaround for the windows might be a couple of weeks, but I'll have a load of other bits and bobs to mess around with in here. But I think the time has come for glassing. It doesn't stick on there. But what I'm going to do quick now is measure up, see what size we're looking at, see if I can really utilize these boards good. I'm hoping it's only going to be 4 foot high because the boards obviously are 4 foot by 8 foot, so we'll see. Don't want to fall down the drain. So here we go then, guys. Fingers crossed, this is 4 foot. Oh, it is. It's 3.5 foot deep, which is awesome. So that means one board will cut across there lovely. So let's work out where this is going to lay. So that's 4 foot, that's 7 foot, there's 8 foot. So let's put a mark there. So that's one board. Actually, this isn't going to take a lot of insulation at all, which is amazing. 6 foot, 8 foot, just underneath that back and show it. Right, so that's 8 foot there. So, as you can see, one board will do that and that, which is incredible. No, hang on now, so they're 4 foot. Oh, no. They're 4 foot by 8 foot. Yes, okay. So that's one board, 2 boards. What is this then? 6 foot. Okay, so that's 7 foot. So that's 3 boards. And then I would have said 5 foot, 3, 4, 5 boards in here. So 5 boards in here is, we'll have some left over as well to do a little bit of that. So let's do it properly. Give me a couple of minutes. So guys, it turns out it's going to be about 7 boards on the button. I mean, the small pond will probably have a couple of strips taped in the corner, but they're going to be full strips from top to bottom. And I mean, it's going to be fine. And I'm not going to buy another board just for that. So 7 boards I need. Good couple of tapes. A good couple of wraps of that silver tape. And so those fence posts are 2.8. Let's have a little look. And amazing. I need 2.8 fence posts because they only need to go up 90 centimeters or 900, and then they get 45 degrees, 45 degree cut then to make the fiberglass in nice and tidy. So one will do that side. So one post will do 3 corners, and these ponds have only got 3 corners because obviously the other ones are the glass. That's going to be a lot cheaper than I thought. I can't remember how much a sheeter that is, but it's not the end of the world. And for the cost efficiency of insulating the ponds, but not just that, it's a really good back-in to fiberglass against. And truth be told, I way prefer fiberglass in onto that. I think it does stick to that tin, that foil surface quite well. I mean, I've never had no problems with it. I mean, I'm no expert. I've done a couple of ponds. They've never been a problem. Right, so I guess that's the end of this section or video. The next video will be me at least insulating these ponds, ready to go. And what I might well do now is order the bull nose decking boards. Count how many I need. That's going to be a couple of quid. They're proper tasty, aren't they, money-wise?